Whoa. So I know that whatever is in my denominator, thank you, should be greater than 0, right? Because it can't be less than, or equal, because it's a square root on the denominator. Yeah. I'm just looking at everything under it. All right, so then I go ahead and start off by adding 9 on both sides. Yay. Mm-hmm. Plus or minus 3?
Why is it negative?
Because plus or minus, right? Could be negative or positive.
So that would just be answers.
Mm-hmm. Because of plus or minus, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can do plus or minus, or state it twice. It's up to you.
And that's a negative or?
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so if we all hold hands, I think we can take the inverse together, if you'd like. No.
This is a study guide, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is just a study guide. All right, so let's go ahead and start with our inverse then. All right, so to start with my inverse, I need to, step 1 is to swap my x and y y's, correct? Yes, Mr. Boss? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so x is equal to 2y all over the square root of y squared minus 9.
What?
What?
Wait, how'd you get that again?
So all I did was just swap my x and my y. That is all that I've done so far. Right, because it says y is equal to, yeah, remember this is a y. This is just a y in disguise. Right, is equal to 2x plus y. Okay, what should my first step be in solving this thing? Yeah, what if I multiply my denominator, right? So that's like the scary thing number 1, and then that radical is probably scary thing number 2. Yeah, so let's go ahead and multiply both sides by the square root of y squared minus 9. Yeah, square root minus 9. So now I have the square root of y squared minus 9.
Wait, what?
Okay, so I go back.
So confused why in the original it was an X and now we changed it to a Y.
Because yeah, that's the step 1. You have to do that further. Okay, so if I'm good with that, I have to times that by x, and that should be equal to 2y. All right, so now that square root kind of makes me a little bit nervous, uneasy. How do you guys think I should get rid of it? Yeah, what if I square it? I have to square the whole thing though, right? So I'll put this whole thing in brackets. Square that. You can do it. And square that. You can do it. So when I square it, that will go to my first term and my second term. I can slow down. Now, I will say this one is a little bit more, it's a little complex, and I'll give on the test. All right, so let's continue. If I square this radical, it cancels, so I have y squared minus 9 times x squared. Okay. You can. We're about halfway. And I promise it gets easier after this. How sparkly. Look at that. Okay. I know, I got caught up in the sparkles. Okay. 2 squared is 4. Y squared. Okay, who has an idea on what I should do next? Be bold. Distribute, yeah. Do you agree, Diamond? Distribute? It looks like that's your pencil was trying to do it first. Yeah, distribute.
Angels, you do that.
Jeez. So yeah, let's just relax a little bit. Minus 9x squared is equal to 4y squared.
I just told him my answer.
Okay, so it'll be the same steps as our last problem. This one just has squares in it. So what should I do
Can we
next?
just square root all of them? Subtract. This is very boring.
Could I square root all of
What do
these?
you mean by square up?
Oh wait. Can you put the
You should try squaring, David. Try squaring all of it and see if we get to the same answer. If you want, that might work. Alright. But I am curious. I wonder. You might be okay. All right. What if I minus x squared y squared on both sides?
Wait, how that?
Okay. Yeah. So do I need to back up, Armando? Do you have a question?
That's a lot of
I got
Wait.
confused.
Okay. Hold on. I'm asking Armando. Go ahead.
Okay, that's right. Where you're supposed to square everything
Yes.
in the parentheses. How
Yeah.
come everything is square the y square?
It did. Remember, it had a radical over it, but that's how I got it to cancel out.
Oh,
Yeah. The square root canceled out because I squared it. All right, Miguel. You had a question?
okay. Yeah.
Miguel, you had a question?
No.
No. Okay.
The statement.
It is a statement.
The statement? Okay. Am I good to continue on? Do I have any other questions? No? Okay, so right now we're working to get all of our y's together. So now I have negative 9x squared is equal to 4y squared minus x squared y squared. Whew, some geniuses. Okay, so I have a y squared here and I have a y squared here. What do you guys think I should do?
7.
Okay, almost group is kind of almost. You're in the right goal.
Factor.
Yeah, factor. I want to factor. Pull out a y squared.
Let's go.
So if I pull out a y squared here, what term will be left? 4. Very good. If I pull out a y squared here, what will be left?
Negative x squared.
Very good. Yeah, negative x squared. Bless you. Okay, now what?
Divide, right?
Yeah, divide. Oops. So I have negative 9x squared, negative, or I'll keep it positive, negative x squared is equal to y squared. I should square root. But before I square root this, I'm going to go ahead and multiply all this by a negative. Because I do not want to take the negative term. And now I'll square root.
He was like,
wait, it was a negative y squared?
Yeah, so I went ahead and I did a little bit of a math trick by multiplying by a negative or dividing by a negative 1 because I didn't want to take square root of a negative number. All right, so we are almost to the point. I have square radicals, so I'm going to set that greater than 0. And x squared minus 4 greater than 0. Mm-mm.
yeah, can you please move it up a little bit, please? Thank you.
Okay. If I divide by 9, x should be 0. Add 4, x should be greater than 2. Wow, I know that one was a lot.